All right, welcome in. Another episode, the third one. We made it to episode 3 of the Goodman, Hummel, and McCall podcast. That in itself is a major upset. Pleased to be
Nobody
here.
got fired yet? Nobody's been fired?
No, not yet. Hummel's holding on
Okay.
for dear
I
life.
wish, I wish, honestly, Matt.
His mom
But
yelled at him. His mom yelled
she
at him for
did.
the last week.
She'll hear this. But I did tell Jeff this. Yeah, she approached me at the Purdue game that I was working and said, "Rob, I listened to your podcast. It was good. Why did you say at the end that Jeff sucks? Why did you use that word?" I'm like,
Did
because he
you tell her?
does. Because he does suck. That's why.
Did you tell her that the whole Robbie Hummel Golden Boy thing has been a facade? Did you tell her that?
No, because I'm just being honest. You sometimes do suck. So sorry to use that word, Mom, but
Mrs. Hummel, your son often makes me cry. He often makes me cry. He can be mean. I know you don't see it, but he can be mean at times. And you know what? There are times when I even feel like I might have to go see a psychiatrist.
Robbie, I got to be honest with you too. I think your picture in the Pentagon is gone.
I'm upset about that.
Wow.
I looked everywhere for that picture.
Got rid
I
of
looked everywhere because I'm not going to hear it from Goodman. I'm not going to hear from Doster. I'm not going to hear from these guys. You're my guy, so like I have your back.
Dude, that is sad.
I searched high and low for your picture in the Pentagon, and I couldn't find it.
Maybe they did a rebranding or something, it was like in this room, kind of like a press room.
I
where they had
actually
all
did
these
see it.
photos.
I'll admit, I saw it a year ago. I did. I
a
saw
year
it.
ago. I thought you meant this year. You
No,
didn't go
last
there.
year I saw it. Did you ever think that maybe I stole it?
Dude, that thing was up on the wall. What are you going to rip it off? You didn't steal it.
Maybe colored on it. I might have done something to
You would
damage
do
it.
that. You would draw in like the
It's in his house right now with those fancy pictures in Charleston right behind his head.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
Pictures and everything.
Nice job. Yeah, rich boy Jeff over there in
I'm
Charleston.
actually in Lynchburg,
Nice.
Virginia right now.
Okay.
Little Charleston FAU Liberty, the third year of the round robin. And first time I've been to Lynchburg. We just got here. Beautiful hotel, the Virginian. So after this, we're recording on Thursday night. Go down for a little dinner with Richie McKay, the head coach of the Flames. So that'll be fun, and watch 3 games over the next 3 days at 6 o'clock.
Hey, and Jeff, Liberty balls. They run great offense.
Yes.
Richie McKay is a good,
Fun to watch.
good coach.
Really
Yes, he
fun to
is.
watch. All right.
Yeah.
Let's get some housekeeping things in order here. First of all, we are presented by BetMGM. Again, make sure you wager responsibly when you are wagering. And you guys laugh at that every week, but
No.
it's true. It's true.
Just the way you
I
segue
agree.
in is tremendous. That's great.
Listen, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now with regards to gambling. I want to make sure people understand the gravity of make sure they again wager responsibly. Anyway, we're going to do our annual draft today, and we're going to include Matt McCall here. So it's instead of it being a 2-man draft, in which I did get my ass kicked last year. I won convincingly year one. Convincingly,
you suck at this.
I killed it year one, and then Hummel he prepared like it probably more than he did for any test back in high school. He prepared for last year, and he came through, and he did well. He took
I rose up like
chances.
a phoenix from the ashes in this draft. I rose up.
So McCall will get the number 1 pick in the draft upcoming here in a few minutes. But I'm gonna give the floor to Rob, since he didn't see a ton of games this week. He was doing some NBA stuff. He saw Indiana win a game against Alabama A&M by about 100 last night. So we'll let him have the floor of any questions that he would like to ask Matt and I.
Yeah, I also saw Purdue win by like 50. So yes, I did not see great games this week. Matt, okay. Biggest takeaway, you talked about how you wanted week 1 to be bigger. There were a couple games, but what's your biggest takeaway from this first week?
I think Arizona. Pete going into that front court and playing the way that he did. Everyone wants to talk about how great Florida's front court is, and that guy destroyed them.
Yeah.
Like he destroyed them. Tommy Lloyd has a squad, in the Big 12 to see what they can do and where they can finish, in that league. But that was the biggest takeaway for me. And I'm watching that guy play, and we had those 3 games out in Sioux Falls, but we had a little break, so I was able to watch the entire Florida-Arizona game. That takeaway for me is like, okay, this team is for real, and they're going to make some noise. But like playing that game, and I said it on the field of 68 the other night, and Villanova, BYU, that game, AJ DeMonsa looks terrific, but creating some buzz for those teams. Listen, I was in studio last night, and we had Creighton, South Dakota, and that
was the best game of the night.
Right. We need more high level games. We need better games. We need more attention on college basketball to start the season. So I give a ton of credit for those coaches going out to Las Vegas and playing that game. Duke, Texas playing that game. Duke looked terrific. Boozer, he's just a winner and we've talked about this before, when he's, in the huddle and he's kind of the guy, the team captain, talking in that timeout as a freshman. It's just so impressive. I think the other piece too, Robbie, is this the best freshman class in the last 10 years?
Yes.
I think it is. Yeah.
Go back, and I was thinking about this today. The Anthony Davis, Brad Beal, Austin Rivers, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, the year that Kentucky won the national championship. That was a really good freshman class.
Yeah.
That was what, 20?
That was 2012. That was my last year playing.
What, 2012? But this class, there's so many guys. And
the only thing I want to see,
keep talking about,
Matt, the only thing I want to see is, and they are great, but like when they start getting into conference play, the age difference is still there, even without the COVID year. Like they're at 24, I just saw a kid at St. Bonaventure, 24 years old, like they're at 24, 25-year-olds still playing college. That wasn't the case 10, 12 years ago. Other than Hummel, he was the only 24-year-old.
All right, screw you. Sorry, Mom. Jeff, I know you wanted to talk about Arizona as well, but kind of from a different perspective. You were maybe, I don't know if disappointed is the right word. You were concerned. They went freshman. Now, Koa Pete does not look like a freshman.
No.
They went international, but they didn't go heavy portal. So I guess from watching night one for them, are your questions answered?
Yeah, I think I didn't see Pete enough because he was on the Adidas circuit, so I saw him some, but not enough. And
you're only a Nike guy. You're
more Nike. Because Nike's going to have.
What a front.
Do you wear Nike, or would you wear Adidas, or like we wear?
No, I don't wear Adidas.
Okay.
No, I don't. I
Under
wear
Armour?
Nike. Huh? No Under Armour.
No. Puma?
No
On
Puma.
Clouds?
No.
Okay.
Wow, you're loyal to Nike, huh?
Just Nike. But Nike has 90% of the players generally, right? Of the top 100 players, they're going to have 80.
Jeff, wasn't Darren Peterson not Nike? He didn't play in the Hoop Summit.
Correct.
He was something else?
He was Adidas. Yeah, he's Adidas.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason he ended up in Kansas, right? Koa Pete is terrific. And the one thing I do remember, Tommy Lloyd made fun of me the other night because I never saw this athleticism from him that they're talking about. I just, in the games I saw him, I didn't see a freak athlete, but he compared him to Larry Johnson. So
that is,
which is crazy, right? But like, again, sometimes you see a kid for stretches in an AU game and they're not going to show that. I saw a player that was super consistent and brought it every time I saw him. And I just felt like he was so mature as a player, right? Like did everything well, maybe didn't always go for, 30 surprised me for Arizona. But yeah, they went the freshman route and the international route. which again is not the norm. But ultimately, I think Tommy Lloyd, when he talked to us the other night, he said, listen, we're not going to change who we are, which is like the Arizona of yesteryear, and we're still going to get elite freshmen. And, we're going to build partially through the portal, but we're going to keep taking these top freshmen, and Koa Pete is a guy that probably belongs in the conversation when we talk about, Darren Peterson, AJ DeMonza.
No, he's in the
Boozer.
conversation.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
in the conversation.
Yep. I
Do
think
you
he's
guys
four right
put
now.
do you guys put Nate Ament in there too? I know Tennessee
Draft wise,
played,
yes.
but
Draft
not
wise, yes. I'm not
productivity
sure.
wise, not yet. Yeah.
We'll have the jury's out, and I don't know if he's got enough around him either. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
look, Cam Boozer playing against, Texas and doing what he did.
He was
AJ
bad in the
DeMonsa
first
playing
half.
against-
He was terrible in the first half.
He
Terrible.
wasn't great.
He didn't
AJ
score.
DeMonsa playing
He
against
wasn't
a team
great.
like Villanova in
He
his
was
first
awful.
game. But you're talking about Koa
Okay,
Pete.
we get it.
But you're talking about Koa Pete. And everyone in the offseason, all they wanted to talk about was how great Florida's front court is.
Yeah, you. Everyone, you.
Relax, Jeff. Relax. I didn't put him in the Final Four on our last podcast. Relax. This guy destroyed him. Like Alex Condon, if I'm him and I'm sitting there after that game, I'm like, okay, man, I got to get back to being a killer. Chinley, the same thing. This guy came in there and destroyed us. We have to be better. And that's why he needs to be in that category of the DeMonsa, the Boozers. He's up there based on night one. And I know it's only one game, and I am the one person that never wants to overreact, especially being on the side of the media like Jeff Goodman does. He always wants to overreact and start firing coaches after one game.
That's true.
Only you.
Or zero.
Only
or no game. Or no games. So we saw that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Other years.
Fire somebody after that. But, what he did and the whole game, you're like, this guy, he's throwing assists, he's throwing passes, he's rebounding. You're like, my goodness. I remember you were doing the game, Robbie, and I was in the studio at the Hoop Summit. I don't remember him. There's other guys that I remembered in that game. I didn't remember him. And I'm sitting back looking back at my notes, and I'm like, man, this guy is special.
Wait a minute. Did Koa Pete play in the Hoop Summit?
He was in the Hoop Summit.
Really?
Wow. Rob, good.
Dude, I did.
Way to pay attention, Rob.
I did 85 games last year. I forgot. I forgot that he was even in it. That's crazy.
Exactly.
Wow. I should have never told Jeff that. He's going to use that against me. But that is pretty wild. I didn't think he was in that, but what a night one he had. Matt, if we're talking about the flip side of that, you mentioned Florida briefly. You know them well. What is your level of concern? I guess the guard play, there's big question marks. And I guess this is a couple-part question. I'll let you get to all this. But are you sold after one game? I know we put up big numbers, but are you sold on Hauck at the three?
Oof. Okay, so you put me on the spot a little bit here on two things. One, let's start.
There we go. He's going to try to avoid answering the question, Rob. Watch him.
Jeff, relax.
Tiptoe around it.
Jeff, relax. Just relax.
Coming.
One, let's talk about what they lost. Will Richard is throwing passes to Steph Curry, literally,
and scoring 30. He had 30 the other night, didn't he?
30 last night. He's throwing passes to Steph Curry. Elijah Martin's with the Raptors. Walter Clayton is with the Jazz. They're not very good, but those guys coming off that action that they love to run through the elbow, like Walter Clayton Jr. coming off the pin down dribble handoff, Boogie Flan's not that. That's not who he is. It's not him. Walter Clayton Jr. making those shots, those guys aren't those guys. So it's going to take some time to make the adjustment of the guards that are taking over. The Hauck thing at the three, first of all, his motor, how hard he plays. He's the only guy the other night that you're like, okay, this guy looks like an NBA player on that Florida Gator roster. He's the only guy. Based on the game against Arizona, I'm high on CJ Ingram because of his length, his athleticism. He made the three to start the game on the fill behind pick and roll. He also missed a couple, but he's another guy that you're like, okay, he looks like an NBA player. Condon has to be better. He has to be better. He wasn't great.
He looked like he got Space Jam. He looked like he got Space Jam at the Final Four. Like the Monstars had stolen his.
Not great.
No,
he's stuck in kind of that same mold. Chinleyu's not an offensive guy. I'm not concerned. I think they're still a Sweet 16 second weekend team. But what those three guys that are now playing in the NBA brought to the table, and how they could switch pick and rolls, and mainly, like, take Walter Clayton out of it because of his ability to make shots. I'm mainly talking about Elijah Martin and Will Richard. Like, those guys could guard fours. They could guard fives. They were so physical. They impacted the game in so many different ways. Like, Lee and Boogie Flan aren't doing that. They're not doing what those guys did. So it's going to take some time. But I still think they're a second weekend team, and I think they have the right mentality. But it's not. I think people forget of how good those two guys were and how big they were and how physical they were to be able to guard multiple positions out there on the floor.
All right, Rob, I got one for you before we get to the draft.
You don't want to talk about Woj?
We can do that next week. We'll get to the draft. I say we do it next week. I did have a great conversation with Adrian Wojnarowski. So we'll see. Maybe at the end of this, let's get the draft going in a minute. But I just want to get your 30-second thoughts on Omer Meyer from Purdue. Only because nobody's really seen him yet. It was a route. I understand it. But I still want to get your thoughts.
Well, he's got a body like an upperclassman. You know, he's kind of built like Chris Kramer. He looks like that's the type of body he's got. Now, very different players, obviously. Has a ways to go defensively, offensive end. He can pass. He can play pick and roll. He has a good pull-up jumper. Can make threes. I think probably still a work in progress of learning to play off the ball next to Braden Smith, but very talented. Could be an NBA player. A lot of ability. But I think kind of figuring out what college basketball is, and pro basketball is certainly very different from what Purdue does. So kind of adjusting to that, I would say.
And he said that when we were there a month ago, but I was curious just because, again, he's thought to be such a key piece of what they can be. And obviously you guys both picked him to cut down, the nets. Come April and Indy. So,
gun to my head.
Anyway, yes. All right, let's get the draft started.
We all know the Players Era Festival has become the best field in all of college basketball. And you have the opportunity to win a VIP trip to the Players Era Festival in Las Vegas, thanks to our partners over at BetMGM. Here's how it works. Opt into the contest and start placing bets on any sport of at least $10 with plus 100 odds or greater. When you do that, you earn leaderboard points based on the bet's odds and the amount that you wager. The more you bet, the higher the odds, the more points that you earn. The top players in that contest are going to win a prize package that includes tickets to the games, withdrawable funds for travel, a 4-night stay at the luxurious Mandalay Bay here in Las Vegas, and more. For the full list of prizes, look in the description below. Make the tournament legendary with BetMGM. Vegas is calling. You gonna answer?
Are you trying to follow everything happening in college basketball? It can be overwhelming. That's where the Field of 68 Daily comes into play. The Daily is your go-to source for recruiting news, game analysis, portal updates, and much, much more. For just $50 a year, you get access to the same information that your favorite coaching staff is subscribed to. Quality content can be hard to find in the college basketball space. The Daily is here to help. Make sure you subscribe today.
If you're not a member of the Field of 68's On3 community, make sure to go check us out. Get access to all of Jeff Goodman and Rob Doster's written content, including coaching carousel breakdowns, info on who is and isn't entering the transfer portal, insider recruiting information from none other than Joe Tipton, X's and O's analysis of all the teams in college basketball, and access to our message board community. A 7-day trial costs you $1. The field is 68 on 3. Get the scoop.
And we're going to give the newcomer, Matt McCall, the first overall pick to try to get a chance.
Go through the rules quickly,
The rules.
Jeff.
Please,
One mid-major player.
13 players, snake draft. You have to have one true mid-major player, Matt. So we're not counting the A10, the WCC,
See,
or the
I think
Mountain West.
that's BS. You can pick Mountain West as long as it's not San Diego State. Are they in the Mountain West still? Did they go to the Pac? Where's
They're
San
in the
Diego
Mountain
State
West.
playing right now?
They're in the
All right,
Mountain West.
yeah, they're not there yet. So as long as it's not San Diego State,
So we're each drafting 13 teams.
Correct.
That's
You
what
have to have one mid-major player in there. I guess Rob has said no Gonzaga, no St. Mary's, no
Right.
San Diego State, no
Yes.
Dayton, no Dayton.
Yeah, no Dayton,
Dayton's
St.
not a
Louis-
mid-major.
St.
No,
Louis.
just the resources.
St. Louis,
VCU,
Robbie Avila.
St. Louis. That's the problem, Rob. Now you're getting into there's about 4 A10 schools that
I have my mid-major
All right.
team. I have my mid-major
All
team.
right, no
I don't need-
Dayton, no St. Louis, none of
I have
those.
my
But the
mid-major
others are
team.
in play. The others are in play.
I have my mid-major team.
All right, you can take your mid-major whenever you want, Matt, just so you know.
Okay, I'm not
But
going
you
to
gotta
take
have
him
him.
first. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm
No, I wouldn't take him first, man. That would not be
the.
the way I
Yeah,
would
do that. Go on a limb.
All right, go ahead, Matt.
And who's
Who we
writing all these down?
I got him. I got a pen.
Okay.
I'm
All right,
good.
you got a pen. You got a pen. Give me the Houston Cougars.
Tell him, Rob.
Wait, we're picking players.
You guys just said teams. I'm so
No, we're
confused
drafting
this
like
is
a-
why I texted
we're-
earlier.
Like
We're drafting like a fantasy team. So draft
players.
a roster.
Okay,
You're taking
great.
players.
Braden Smith. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks
Braden
for explaining
Smith.
the rules.
Boy, bad pick by McCall. A lot of good point guards. You could have waited.
Well, you just he thought he was drafting teams.
You guys
8
don't
seconds
explain.
ago.
Texted
I mean,
you guys
I know it,
the
Adam.
other day. You
In
don't
fairness-
explain. Like
In
explain
fairness,
the rules.
Braden is a good pick. There's just a lot of good point guards. Obviously, he's the best player in the country. But you could have gotten a lot of value. A lot of value is on the board.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with AJ DeBanson. I'm gonna go with that.
I mean, you can't argue.
All right, I'm gonna go with
Jeff, time limit. Come on, man.
yeah.
like-
It's dead
you're
air.
on
It's
the
not. This is
clock.
not. This is not good podcasting when it's silent. So you
I'm
just
gonna
gotta
take
go.
I'm gonna take Cam Boozer.
Wow.
That's a little early, but all
Yeah,
right.
it's
Jeff
not early.
again.
Not early.
Jeff
Yeah.
again.
Yep.
It
I'm gonna
circles back
go Darren Peterson.
It's a good
Wow.
pick.
2 freshmen.
Yes, sir. Robbie?
Oh, sorry, I forgot I was second. I'm gonna go. I will go with Ortega Owe.
Okay.
Give me Tommy Houck.
All right. You got another one?
Oh, I go back to back.
Yep.
Yep.
This is how this game works. Like
Yes,
you guys
sir.
didn't really explain the rules very well. That's
Thank you.
Evidently,
Like fantasy football.
thought you were
it's like
picking teams. So.
you didn't-
That was hilarious.
you didn't
Houston
explain.
Cougars. Rob and I are like,
I thought we
what
were
the
drafting
hell?
teams. That's what I thought we were doing.
Well,
Oh, that was funny.
Um, I just took Houck. Give me. Hold on Now I'm looking at my notes.
Uh-oh. Matt's getting rattled here.
He stumped. He stumped him round 3. We're in trouble.
A lot of good players on the board here.
There's a lot of good players on the board. Who did you take, Rob?
I got the Banter and Otega Owe.
Okay. Took Tommy Hawk. Give me Lawyer. Let me go all Purdue.
Fletcher Lawyer. All right. Hey, Fletcher had
Lawyer.
30, actually.
Instead of 30. All right, Rob.
I'm going to go JT Toppin.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I'm going to go Isaiah Evans.
Ooh.
Space the court a little bit, baby.
Big shooter there.
Yep.
All right. Jeff again.
I'm going to go.
Well, it's not rocket science, Jeff. A lot of waiting around here.
I'm going to go. Let's see. Go Pete.
Ooh, dude, you're
That's
going like very freshman orient.
Yes,
If you haven't heard, it's a pretty good class, Matthew.
It's a very good
Oh man, I'm gonna go Zuby Ejiofor.
Ah!
Wow, look at you going big.
Yeah, my team is gonna just beast everyone's. I love it.
Not gonna be able to shoot, but that's fine.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get some shooters here too.
All right.
I'll take Donovan Dent.
Okay, and you got one more?
Give me Carabao.
All right. That's good. I will go.
You guys caught me off so off guard. Draft. I thought we were
so.
teams.
I'm going solo ball.
You just took another one of mine.
Okay.
It's my shooting answer for Jeff.
Yeah, you need it.
Man, going second kind of sucks. You got to be ready for the rapid fire ringer. You don't got like time to.
I'm going to go Bennett Sturts.
Yep.
Maybe my favorite player in the country. And so I can pair him with Darren Peterson. Talk about that backcourt. Ridiculous.
There's so many good point guards and so many
know,
players.
but I got
it's
two.
really not that great.
And Darren Peterson can play on or off the ball. That's the beauty. I'm going to go Yaxel.
Okay. I'm going to go Milos Uzan.
Okay.
Give me Jalen Lowe.
All right.
Please get healthy.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
But I love him. Give me Nick Graves. I had him in the studio last night. Big fan.
All right. I have to take him because he's such a good player still available, I think.
Who?
Darian Williams.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I was going to take
Yeah, it
him
is.
last time.
I'm a great GM.
I was going to take him last time. I probably should have.
Yeah, you're not a great GM.
I'm going to take I'm going to take Joseph Tugler.
I love JoJo Tugler. If I hadn't taken Ejiofor, I would have taken him. He is awesome.
Got just like an elite defender. So
the best defender. He is awesome.
I'm going to go.
All right.
I got one more. I'm going to go go John Blackwell.
That's a good pick. He's a good player.
He's going to put up crazy numbers this year.
Yeah, he had 31 there now, right?
Yeah.
All right. I am going to go. Man, there's a lot of good players still left on the board here.
How many more picks do we have?
I've taken 3, 4, 5, 6.
I've got 7. I've got 7 guys in my team.
So I've taken 8 after this round. And you've got 7 so far. So you need 6 more. 6 more.
All right. I want Ryan Conwell.
I had him. Damn. It's going to take him. All right. You got 2, Matt.
Give me Tunde Yesufu.
Ooh.
That dude is a grown man. For being a freshman, he is a beast.
And what is this? Is it based on wins? Is it based on numbers?
We basically subjectively at the end of the year look at this and talk shit about who had the better team
Exactly.
with no ability to judge.
There's no formula.
But honestly, the teams have been so clear who is better and who is not that it hasn't needed it.
Give me Bruce Thornton.
Okay.
All right. The only thing missing for him is winning, honestly.
Exactly.
He puts up crazy numbers.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's still here. Trey Coffin Wren.
Yeah.
Take him.
What do I need? I'm going to go with
honestly, the talent level of college basketball, when you look at how many good players there are, is really ridiculously high.
Really good.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Christian Anderson.
Right.
And I'm going to go Graham Ike.
Yep.
Because he's going to put up great numbers. And he's like a grown man.
Yeah.
In a league that like can't possibly handle him.
Yeah. Oh, I want to take a player, but it's like double jeopardy if you already have somebody from that team, kind of. I will go. I want to draft a player, but I think it's too early. I don't think you guys are going to take him.
Too early? You're at your 11th player, I think. 3, 4, 5.
This is my 10th pick. How many are we going? 13?
Yes.
And I got mid-major is going to probably be my 13th.
Correct. So you only have 2.
No, it's still too early. He's got to be my 12th pick. No, 11th or 12th. I got to go one more. What do I need? I got scoring. I got pretty good shooting. I've got size. Man, my team is stacked. I probably need another point guard. Do I go with a talented freshman or do I go with a more proven commodity?
I don't know, but in about 5 seconds, you know what's going to happen, Rob?
Okay, I'm going Mikel Brown. I'm betting on the freshman.
Oh, love him.
Yeah.
It's awesome. All right, you got 2, Matt. That takes you to 11.
You fit in about 5 seconds?
Being the number 1 pick is not easy. I mean, you gotta like.
Wow! We gift this man the one spot.
I know he's complaining. He's complaining about being handed the best player in America.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta think about it. You guys probably aren't gonna like this one, but he's gonna put up ridiculous numbers. Give me Josh Hubbard.
Yeah,
Mississippi State.
Yeah, no, he definitely will. I like that.
I actually like that.
If it's all about productivity,
right.
It's not like we're saying his team is, that doesn't factor in. So,
give me the guy that went 4 for 8 from 3 last night too. Give me Tucker DeVries.
That's a good. I wanted to draft Tucker, but I didn't. 2,000-point score. That's really awesome.
Your prep really paid off there.
Shut up. I want to draft Nick Martinelli, but I have Trey Coffin Wren, and I feel like I'm not going to do it, even though Nick Martinelli is awesome. I am gonna go. Let's see. I have Subi. It's Jeff. I'm gonna go Nate Biddle.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that one.
All right. So this is it for me.
Shoot.
No, what
Tim
I have
Boyle.
11 and 12 coming up.
Yeah. You
I'm
got
going to go Owen Aquino as my mid-major player, who I saw the other night at High Point. Was at
Did you
Liberty
know?
last year.
Did you know him before
Yeah,
this?
we did it last year. He was at Liberty, so we did his games. He is awesome. He can play at any high major in the country. He's that good defensively. You can run shit through him on the offensive end. He's awesome. Like, and just a winning player. I can't believe high majors. He's so much better as a transfer than so many of those high major bigs that transferred. It's crazy. I'm going to go Lamar Wilkerson as another shooter for me. I don't think
Dude, he has a flame and
It's
reigns
crazy.
forever.
Right, Rob?
Yes, he does.
Like, he is
Yes.
I think he's a top 10 shooter in the country. And I think now
Right.
Isaiah Evans and Wilkerson on my team, you're talking about two of the elite shooters.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go. No, young player. I'm gonna go Hans Steinbeck.
Ooh, I like it. That's a
Ooh.
good one. That's a good one.
Little stretch four action.
Yeah.
Washington. All right, Matt, you're up.
Two to close it out.
2 to close it out. Give me Owen Freeman from Creighton.
Yeah.
I think they'll run actions for him. He had like 19 points in 19 minutes last night. And then my mid-major player, Lane Taylor, Murray State.
Good one.
This guy, watching him play the other night, was phenomenal. He impacted the game on both ends of the floor. Guy has a motor. I'm rolling with him.
All right, my mid-major player from the Mountain West Conference, Utah State, baby, Mason Falsleb.
Is that a
Beast.
mid-major?
It is by our definition of no.
Yeah, they don't have crazy money. I'll give it to him. I'm going to give it to him.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Good player.
So is it last pick of the draft?
Yeah.
I'm going to go only because I think he's got to put up crazy numbers, and he didn't in the opener, but they won by 40. Is Jacoby Gillespie?
Yep.
He's
good.
Yeah, I just
He's
don't know
good.
how he doesn't put up like 18 and 6.
Yeah. He was so productive at Maryland last year.
Huge.
Dude, okay, so think about the players we didn't take. Like, this is actually wild. Tahad Pettiford, PJ Haggerty, LeBaron Philon, Taman Lipsey, Jaden Bradley, Boogie Flan, Emmanuel Sharp, Richie Saunders, Chad Baker-Mazara, Rodney Rice, Josh Dix, Nate Ament. Nate Ament's probably about to be the 5th pick in the draft or 4th pick in the draft. Miles Bird, Nick Martinelli, Andrei Stojakovic, Caleb Wilson,
Did
Alex
you
Condon, Mark Mitchell.
Flory on there? Flory,
Yeah,
Joshua
I haven't
Jefferson.
got my centers yet, dude.
Yeah.
Bryce Hopkins, Tyler Bilodeau, Thomas
Tyler
Slavica,
Bilodeau. I thought about taking him.
Yeah,
I'm a Bilodeau
Terrace
fan.
Reed, Henry Vasar, Avila, Magoon Guath, Rank Mast. A lot of good players.
The depth this year. That's what it's showing. Again, the productive depth in college basketball is something that Rob and I did this, the two of us, the last couple of years, and I think we had trouble. I honestly don't.
Yeah.
I don't think it was as easy. I mean, we could have gone on and drafted a 25. Each of us drafted a 25-man team, and the disparity. I think I think the first 10 guys are probably at a different level, but after that, I don't think there's much disparity with these guys.
It's also funny, Jeff, how the dynamic of where the best players are, the shift. Like, remember a couple years ago, we were like, dude, you don't have to take a center because there's so many good centers, where the scarcity was the point guards.
It was bad.
And now there's so many good point guards and there's scarcity elsewhere. So that's interesting to me.
All right. We've got a few minutes here. We got about 5 minutes left. And I will talk a little bit about my conversation with Adrian Wojnarowski at St. Bonaventure GM. obviously former ESPN, Yahoo, Newsbreaker, NBA, who just left $7 million a year on the table to walk away from ESPN. And I was like, at the time, I'm like, there's no way. Like, who does that? Who leaves $7 million on the table? And I talked to him for probably about 45 minutes before the day before the game, the Field of 68 Marathon in Rock Hill. And you know what was unbelievable? All he wanted to do was talk about the team and every player in St. Bonaventure. And all I wanted to do was find out, why the hell would you walk away from $7 million? Like, what? Tell me about how you're feeling. Like, I want to know about him. And he had no desire. Like, not that he was saying, like, I'm not going to talk about my son, but he wanted to talk about Big Joe, who he brought in, who, is a 24-year-old who had no motivation when he was a kid, quit teams, 6'10" now, went to junior college. He was working, and now you're talking about him potentially being, maybe a fringe NBA player. It was just amazing to kind of hear the stories and how much he was working now in a different way. And what he said is, like, the beauty now, he goes, I don't sit around and wait all day for some sort of story to break, like that I know might break, and, sit around for 6 hours waiting for that and waste my day. And I said, but like, what about 7 million? And he's like, yeah, but like if money, I made enough money in that time that, like, money wasn't going to be the reason now. I mean, he's happier. Like, you can legitimately tell. And I said, I'm like, how long are you going to do this for? It's like, I don't know. Like, could be a year, could be 5 years. Now, Mark Schmidt's probably a year or 2, 3 away from retiring, whatever.
Most underrated coach in the country.
He's
Most
awesome.
underrated coach in the country.
Watching a Mark Schmidt practice is like a friggin' clinic.
He's the most underrated coach in the country. Like, it's not even close.
I know.
How a high major coach has not snatched him up.
Boston College should have 3 years ago.
Boston College,
Right.
It doesn't matter. Name them, rope them off. Like, it doesn't matter.
And now it's like too late. He'll retire at St. Bonaventure. But it was just fascinating for me to listen to Woj, because, again, I was skeptical when it happened of, like, why? Like, what else happened in his life? Because you just don't walk away from that money and that type of, like, competitiveness in a way. Because I know Woj is an MFer when it came to being competitive and wanting to break every story. And we didn't get along.
He used to dog you.
You didn't get along?
We didn't get along for a while.
with someone in the media, Jeff? Is that
I get along with almost everybody, man.
Did he used to dog you, Jeff, for scoops? Boston scoops?
No, we got into it one time years ago when
really?
I broke two like years ago. It was the year of James Anderson and Craig Brackens.
That's 2009.
Is that what? Yeah, that's what it was. And they were both Andy Miller clients. And I had somebody that worked for Andy Miller at the time that gave him to me. And Woj basically DM'd me and said, like, you didn't give me credit. And I'm like, dude, I broke him before you, whatever. So the next year I was with Shelvin Mack in Lexington for the day, spent a day with a guy that was kind of a fringe first rounder. And I ended up breaking more than anybody that year. It was like a one-off. I broke more than anybody. I asked for Zello, and
slight flex.
And I kind of took a shot back. I took a shot back at Woj after that. DM'd him.
Dang. You were feeling yourself after that, huh?
I don't know. Whatever. It was just like, like the competitiveness that you have of, like, whatever. But it was good. It was good to see him. I talked to him last year, and it was just good to see him, like, happy, because, like, legitimately he is happy. He loves doing this. He put together this whole roster, and it's a really good roster. I mean, this kid Buddy Simmons, who transferred from Gardner-Webb, he is a bucket. He could play almost anywhere in the country.
Don't give Mark Schmidt a good roster. Don't give him a good roster.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Jeff, I'm really curious. What is Woj's background basketball wise other than being a scoop guy? Because I
Sure.
think there's scoop guys that don't necessarily know basketball, but there's
Yeah.
scoop guys that do know basketball. So like what is his background?
I don't think it's anything. I don't think it's anything.
Just from watching a lot.
And that is where you wonder, right? Like, can he put together a team? Does he know? But if you're not a basketball guy, you better rely on guys that you trust that are good basketball guys.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a diss. I was really just curious, like how he kind of like made his way up the ranks at ESPN. But interesting.
Well,
he made his way up the ranks because he broke everything at Yahoo.
No,
every NBA. So then ESPN had to hire him.
But breaking Rob, scoops doesn't mean you know basketball. It means that you have great relationships with,
and that was his role. His role wasn't.
You're right. Right.
Yeah, but Rob, I think you bring up a good point because, I mean, I sat there the other night watching Murray State play, and I think Ryan Miller is a really, really good coach. I was impressed with everything that he was doing, all the stuff that he was running. But Ernie Kuiper is his GM, and Ernie's a Memphis guy that, built an AAU program and is running things to free up Ryan to be able to coach.
Yeah, just worry about basketball, right?
Take things off his plate. It was amazing to me to sit there and watch and talk to Ryan before the game and at practice. It was in South Dakota. I mean, the Miller family in South Dakota is kind of a big deal.
They're royalty.
They're kind of a big deal. And Ryan's like, I don't have to deal with tickets. I don't have to deal with my family coming to the game. I don't have to deal with anything. Ernie's got it all. Like Ernie. Like that's a GM. Like that is a GM. And then Ernie's ties in recruiting helps too. It's just that's keeping things off a head coach's plate. And I'm not saying Woj just doing this or not doing this. I have no idea what's going on.
They're different, Matt. That's the one thing with GMs. A lot of them have different responsibilities, right? Some of them it might be to help raise money. Some of it might be to put the whole roster together. Others, like Ernie Kuiper, it's a little bit of everything, right? Just help out in every way.
Help out in every way. Keep stuff off your head coach's plate.
Yes.
Can you get a guy on your staff?
We should do that.
Keep stuff off your plate.
At some point, I actually think it'd be really cool to bring on like 2 other GMs to talk about their roles and what they do. And maybe we bring on Woj as one of them and Rachel Baker, one of the first ones at Duke. And how different their roles are and their responsibilities are, because it's a changing world.
It's fascinating. And I don't know if you guys saw this, and Jeff, I know you were watching the game because you were texting me and busting my chops last night during the Creighton game. And Robbie, I know you were doing the Indiana game, but something else that's kind of fascinating. And I asked McDermott after the game live on air, is like the transition of power to Alan Huss. How does that work? I mean, you just won your 500th game, but you have the guy that you know is getting ready to be the head coach. How does that transition of power take place? What
did he say?
He answered it in a way that you cannot believe in terms of how much Creighton means to him. And he didn't want to walk away from Creighton and leave it in a coach's hands that he didn't know, that he didn't trust, and that all these players are going to jump into the transfer portal and the place is going to get blown up, which is what happens when there's a coaching change. It was super impressive. Yeah. I was blown away, like that. That's something that's really interesting in that dynamic that Creighton's dealing with this year. But McDermott's love for the program, you could hear when he answered the question.
Yeah. Like, you guys think this is Max last year? Or one more after this?
I think so. Because if he sticks around another year, Alan Huss gets paid. Really paid. So I think that's part of it.
But Jeff, I don't think that's a factor. I think Alan Huss is a great coach and winning.
I just don't think if you're Mac and Alan Huss gave up High Point, right, and he could have stuck around another year, I think it's like, all right, this is probably it. Now, again, Maybe Mac looks at it after the year and says, "Hey, you know what? I am not ready." But Mac
But
loves
I don't
golf.
think it's a financial deal. I think this deal, I don't think it has anything to do with money. I think it was like, hey, man, like there's conversations with Alan Huss, who played at Creighton, who worked at Creighton, worked for him. Like he's not leave. If he stayed at High Point, he could have gotten an SEC job. He could have gotten an ACC job. Like there's no question about it. He's like, I just, and the guy loves golf like me and Robbie, and you stink.
He's way better than both of you.
So you'd never.
How do you know?
Oh, I know.
How do you know, Jeff?
I know.
You stink.
Trust me, I know.
I think
He can hit it a lot longer than you, Sally.
Long story short, I think this is McDermott's last year. No inside information. I think this is it.
I do too. All right. And with that, I got to get down for a big dinner with Richie McKay. So we're going to cut this a little short here after I absolutely annihilated the two of you in the draft. I'm looking at my team right now and I'm like, honestly, my team would destroy both of your teams.
Okay.
I mean, it is that much better.
Okay.
I mean, McCall's still out here drafting teams.
You guys didn't explain the rules. I was playing
Chattanooga.
Bethany's Black today. It was cold out there. It was windy. I was playing golf.
What did you shoot, Matt? What did you shoot?
I shot 87 and I actually feel pretty good.
87.
That's a hard course, Jeff. Bethpage Black is a sign about how hard it is.
And it was 30-mile-an-hour winds. 30-mile-an-hour
Here we go. The excuses. I don't have any excuses.
Yeah, you just suck in all conditions.
You
Sorry, Mom. That's I'm going to end every podcast, man.
It's another episode of the Goodman, Hummel, and McCall podcast with Robbie Hummel.
I don't even know his
calling me names once again. Mrs. Hummel, I apologize for your son. I'm going to go in the other room and cry right now. We'll see you next week.